Hey there, you're watching the Jessa Channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and today I am here with more of The Sims 4. I have some neat things to share with you guys, so let's jump right into the game. That sounds painful. I have made a new cottage. I'm going to show it to you right now. And then, together, you can watch me upload it to the gallery, and you can grab it right when this episode goes live. Or probably before then, as many of you are following me on the gallery. My username there, my origin ID, is the same as everywhere else, the Jessa Channel. This lot is actually modeled after a dollhouse that I found a picture of on Google. So just now, I'm gonna raise up the roof line here. On the screen right now should be a photo of the dollhouse that I used, and there'll be a link in the description box to the site that I found these wonderful pictures. And her dollhouse is called Rose Cottage. And so here is the cottage. Now this cottage is differently named. It's named after its owners. This has two sisters here in this cute little cottage. And I'm going to tell you, I went all out on the landscaping. I really did. It took me 2 evenings to make this cottage, and the second evening was just basically landscaping, which is not my forte. So I kept looking at different pictures of English gardens and trying to determine what made it look so cottagey, and this is what I came up with. Basically what I did was I took all of the plants out of build mode and put them in a big sort of mess in the yard, and then I just sort of looked at how they looked together, and then I chose from that big pile, so to speak, of plants to come up with this. I used a lot of lavender. This is a lavender bush here. Now, somebody posted on Tumblr recently, in the Simbler community, on Tumblr, that they needed move objects on like they needed air to breathe, and I could not agree more. I reblogged it because I am really, really missing move objects on. It's just, yeah, very, very unhappy. Just like, for example, I couldn't tuck the plants here. Like you can't put another plant underneath this planter, for example, which is just silly. So I had to kind of improvise. There were a lot of things that I couldn't do. Like, I would like these to be tucked in closer to each other, but I couldn't do that. I was able to do this really neat thing with this column that you see here. This is, I found out by complete accident, that this is the Bonaventura column, and that when you put a column, the column can go like this, but when you tuck it up against a wall, inverse, like this, it shows up like that. That made me sense. It basically switches inside out, is what I'm trying to say. So that's the Bonaventura column. And I'll show you. See, it's here, and then it just pops back in like that. So I was able to give some really nice, and it does not impede gameplay at all. They go down with the walls. And so I invite you to try that in your houses too. It's really neat that they made the columns do that. So I put columns on all the different areas of the house here. This is the backyard, and let me turn this off, this build mode music off. The build mode music is great, but when you're trying to show off your cottage, you need a little bit of quiet. So, Dottie, Collywobble, is the owner of this cottage. This is not her here, this is Dottie here. Dottie is currently at work. She is a painter. This is her easel. And talk about this view. Look at this view. That's just a really inspiring view. And so she spends a lot of time being very inspired. And you'll meet her when she comes home from work. Gnomes all over the place. Now, one of the things that I saw in The Sims 3 that I always thought was pretty cool was how the gnomes would move around magically. That was a really neat feature in The Sims 3, which it looks like we do not have that feature in The Sims 4. The gnomes have remained completely stationary. Like the statues that they are, they have not moved as far as I can tell. They look exactly the same as when I placed them. Yep. And Maxis also in the gallery, it says here, if we open up the gallery, I think Maxis may have given us a new little decorative item here. If we go to the home area here, I'm not seeing it. They gave us a little gnome, which I'm not seeing in the gallery right now. But when you open the game, it shows you this gnome on a flamingo. So let me see if I can find it in the build mode. That came with the latest update. Is this it? Nope, that's the pink flamingo. Ah, here it is. High Rider Gnome. And they're inviting you to put it on your lot and then make it grow large. Like so. Let's see if I can get it to do it. Ah, there we go. I have a... Oh, there. Yep. Sometimes it takes a little bit of a second before it happens. But there's your High Rider Gnome. So you can put that into your lot. I'm not going to do that in my lot because I don't want to. So there. This is the wedding arch, which I was very happy to find out can be used in front of a cottage like this. Let's take a look at the cottage. So like I said, I was really pleased with how this lot came out, and I've been playing it now several sim days, and there's no routing issues. I mean, I haven't found one routing issue in The Sims 4 yet, not that I can think of. Just when something's broken and they need to use it, like the toilet or something like that. And I had one challenge, which I'll show you about the stairs, but which are not here anymore because I couldn't get them to work. Anyway, little bathroom. And finally get to put all this sort of chicken decorations to good use. The ladies love a good chicken. I love this fridge. This is really, really neat and works really well in this lot. I did my best to follow the layout of the dollhouse. Of course, you have to make some changes because it's the game limitations or whatnot. I love these plates. Very cute. Very country cottage. I just really wanted to do something that for two elderly ladies, two sisters. And they spend a lot of their time inviting gentlemen callers over to play cards, which we will see in this episode. The card table is really cool. And I started out with some artwork that came with the game, and then over time, check this out. She did this painting, Dottie did, and it works perfectly, and the painting is called Mother's Cottage, because I immediately came up with a story, knowing me, and that this is the cottage that the girls grew up in, and Dottie drew it, and it was their mother's cottage, and they all lived there together with their dad, but it was gifted to her mother by her mother, so it has a lot of history to it. And I don't know what happened to the cottage and why they live in this one now. I'll have to think of a storyline for that. Maybe they finally had to sell the cottage, or maybe they decided to move to a new place. And look at this painting. Oh, this is so awesome. And I love that you can name the paintings. This one is called, what is it called? One with Gnome. I named these paintings, so those are my names. And here's another painting over here. Beautifully done. I mean, I love the painting feature in the game. That's where they really knocked it out of the park. Now let's meet Dottie's sister. This is Elspeth, looking pensive. Playing these ladies is so much fun. So much fun. And very, I don't know, they're cheerful. Both of them are extremely cheerful old ladies, very happy. Elspeth, her last name is Islesworthy. Mrs. Elspeth, let's say that again. Mrs. Elspeth Islesworthy. And she married her husband. And and I'd say he was probably a military man, and they lived abroad for many years, and then he passed away, so she moved back to be with her sister Dottie in little Dottie's cottage. Neat little feature. I love this about the Sims 4 game. They've done a great job with the routing and placing of objects, is that this table is completely functional. This wouldn't have, I mean, we wouldn't have been able to do this in The Sims 2. No way. So, you know, you can, and also I found out that if you put a double bed right in here, where my mouse is here, Sims can get in and out of the bed. So I decided to give them 2 separate beds, but if you were to have a couple move into this cottage, if you decide to download it, then you can put a double bed right there and the couple can use it. Unfortunately, I don't know if they can woohoo in it yet, but they're working on that, according to Sim Guru Trev, who hangs out on Reddit. There's a possibility that that will be changed, is what I would like to say. Anyway, so this is Elspeth. Elspeth is a gardener, and I'm going to unpause. I have, oh, also,
say so.
You're so awesome.
So
while she's doing that, I'm going to scroll up and just tell you, what was I going to say? Oh, Elspeth is a gardener, yeah, and she's gardening. Now, one thing I have not figured out yet about the gardens, and I have actually, I'm going to pause again because, hell, why not? I have not figured out with the gardens is splicing plants together. I've heard that you can splice 2 different seeds together somehow and make a different plant. I have ordered the Prima Guide, which is coming tomorrow, and hopefully that will have that information in it. When I played The Sims 2, it was my treat. I would order the base game, then the expansion packs, and I would always get the Prima Guide. And those Prima Guides, actually, I read them until some of them are practically falling apart, the base game one. So this time I ordered the hardcover because I know how much I will tend to read the Prima Guide. I learned so much in the guide about how to play the game, and a lot of what you see in Akanthop now, I learned from reading the Prima Guide and figuring out how you could do different things. So I really like using the Prima Guide. Anyway, and I bought the Prima Guide on Amazon. So another thing here are these puddles. Sometimes the puddles come up and they don't go away. So the only way that I've found to be able to make them go away, a little tip for you, is I really like the music, is just to throw a floor tile down, any old floor tile, to cover the puddle like that. And then send your sim over to mop it. Because sometimes I had a puddle sitting here in front of the apple tree for days and days and days, and I kept waiting for it to dry up on its own, and it did not. So, broken sink, again. Look at that. And boy, Elspeth would love to call the repairman, but there isn't one. Maxis, I am most disappointed in you. To take away so many of our NPCs is a real blow. Not cool, Maxis. So what I've been doing until someone in our wonderful Sims community figures out a way to give us repairmen, because what I'd like to do, of course, is have her pick up the phone and call over, invite over, you know, one of her gentleman callers. Like, she's made really good friends with Ishmael, but I don't know how, when the other sim shows up, to make them selectable and have them work on the sink. I don't know how to do that. So if you know how to do that, that would be greatly appreciated. For now, all I'm doing is just replacing it and cleaning up the spills. So I'd like you to stop reading that, and I want you to mop up. I want you to mop that, and then I want you to mop that I told you to mop already, and it dropped from your queue. All right, you can move it along now. It's mop now. Thank you. I love her little walk. She's so cute. Now, I was also going to update you on, and I will do this every time I download something, particularly mods, update you on the new mods that I have. So let's go into the game options. There's a mod that I have downloaded that I'm trying out in this episode. And it is called Walk Styles Disabled by Shimrod 101. It's on Mod The Sims. And it is going to stop that pee walk they do, the angry walk, a couple of other walks, and replace them with normal walks. It doesn't replace all the walks, but just some of the really annoying ones that I was finding that the Sims were doing to excess. And, like, you know, seeing these Sims sort of moping around or doing that weird angry walk. The walks are cute, but, you know, they needed to tone them down. They were a little bit silly. There's such a thin line between cute and then just silly. And they were riding that line. Elspeth has a very simple walk, but her little cute shirt and puffy self and all of that. Puffy self. Speaking of which, here's our best friend. This is Ishmael Sherwood, and I'm going to also show you, I have so many things to show you that I've learned. I'm going to invite you in. So, and oh, see right there? How she just sort of passed him by. That is such a huge thing, to be able to pass by the Sims. Oh, so great. So we have a chance card, or, well, I guess these are called chance cards. In The Sims 2, they're called chance cards for Dottie. Says here, cleaning the museum one night, Dottie notices an exhibit label may list the incorrect artist. Should she report it, proving her masterful grasp of art history, or just use her time to finish mopping? We're definitely going to report that, because that's something that Dottie would do, and you'll find that out when you meet her later on when she comes home from work. Uh-oh! Dottie was wrong. The label was accurate. Now she'll never get that big What? You're never going to get a promotion now? Like you're permanently doomed? I don't think so. I beg to differ. She got a performance loss, a medium performance loss, because she thought she knew what she was on about, and then she didn't. So, look at her face. They just do the cutest faces. Oh my gosh, the face. The face! Check out the face! She's so cute! So, anyway, what they love to do, and let's go off and do that. Let me check your needs before I go, because these ladies are old, and I have learned to send them to the bathroom at every opportunity. You're going to go on the potty first. I've also learned something about traveling. So as you can see from this walk here, this sort of jaunty walk this gentleman's doing, this mod did not remove all the walks, just the totally daft ones. The other thing I have noticed, tell me if you've noticed this in your neighborhood, but right now we have children going by, and I have noticed that the children go by from 3 to like 5, like after school hours, and from like 7 or 8 in the morning or so, like before school hours, like they're walking back and forth from school. This is Kaylee Riddle. Yay! You guys know Abigail. I just adore her. She's so awesome. We'll be playing her a lot again soon. Who are these people? Another Ishmael, or Ismail. Also, I'm looking out to see who's going to be walking by, because before we send them off to another area, and while Elspeth is on the toilet, I'm going to take us out to the Manage Worlds map here. I spent some of today before recording replacing townies. And I'm going to show you how to do that once this takes its time saving. So this is due to a tutorial that I found on Reddit. So I went in here to Household Management. You head over to the Unplayed Households. And I don't know if it matters. if they are not in the world or if they're in the world, if they're in a house or not. Let's find out. The bears are in Oasis Springs. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So you just have all households, or you can choose not in world if you just want to choose people who don't have a home yet. But I'm going to choose all households. And I'm going to scroll down to a household that I have not changed yet. I've gone through to look, and most of these are Sims I want to keep. Particularly this dude. Check out the hat. Luckily, my townies are not spawning with the silly hats all the time. There's only been one or two. Who am I looking at? Let's change her out. So you just pick on
Canathoy Lobo.
You're cute. Actually, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm gonna keep you. I like you. You're cute. Okay, let's try somebody else. Somebody else, let's see here. I saw someone down here. Ah, her.
Lugor Thoria Roba.
So she's nice, but yeah, I'd like somebody a little bit more interesting. Not that she isn't interesting, I'm sure. But, her life is in my hands, and I'm about to snuff it out, like the sim goddess that I am. So what I did was I went in and I just downloaded a bunch of sims in here. So if you see a sim that you've made in here, then thank you for that sim. Now I'm going to pick a sim that I know I haven't used yet. Ah, here, The Simpsons. Let's put The Simpsons in game. The Simpsons are by Shoddy28 on the gallery. I just liked the way they looked, especially this fellow here. He's very attractive. So what you do is you merge the household with the current household. That brings the 2 new Sims in. And then you just delete your townie. Now you just have the 2 Sims that you had. And these 2 Sims are not in a relationship at all, it looks like. They're roommates. So I'm going to keep it that way. She's a cutie pie. Her traits are set up. I usually just keep the same traits that the creator did, unless I have some storyline going for them. He's a handsome guy. We click play. I'm going to grab his last name. Copy it. And just... what was it? Actually, you know what? Let me cancel this. Derulo and Simpson. Let's do both their last names so as to not be sexist about it. So Derulo and Simpson. Household. And that's cool. That's good. I like that one. Then we save them like this. And the household, manage households will come back up again. And there they are. Currently not in the world. And they should show up as townies. These are all the townies that I did today. I'll just quickly show you. These are the people that I downloaded from the, I keep wanting to say exchange, from the gallery. He looks like he's such a cool looking old dude. Lovely looking family here. And Riddle, I know the townies are working because this is the little girl we just saw outside the cottage. Love her. She's a new one. As well as him. These 2 are new. Love this guy. He's new. Langley is new. Actually, you know what? He's a townie I made over his shirt. He's new. So is she. And this is one of the best ones here. This is actually a sim that, if you recognize this person, this sim, if this was your sim, please let me know in the comments. And then this cool family here. Look at this guy. I just got to show you this guy close up. He's awesome.
Wona Flaff.
This is Holly Madison, her father Rufus Madison. Check the shoes. Styling. Absolutely styling. And his wife, Alice Madison. And they all have the insane trait. And I want to give special props to the person, the simmer, who made the Trotter character. Where is he? Ah, right here. He is by Acuri. And I suppose it must be for a challenge for Eye Ballistic Squid. But anyway, here he is. Hopefully you'll be able to find him in game if you like him. Find him in the gallery. So let's head back in. Let's cancel this. And there are all my new townies. So hopefully we should start seeing some very interesting people showing up in the world that I have created here. But let's head back to the Collywobble Cottage because I want to show you what I've been doing with Elspeth's afternoons. She and Ishmael have formed a lovely friendship. No romance as of yet, but I'm wondering if the Sims will autonomously do romance interactions. I don't think so, but let me know if you know otherwise. I have noticed my loading screens getting a little longer as the longer I play the game. So we'll have to keep that in mind. So Ishmael, this is Ishmael. Now he's also friends with Maven, who we've been playing as well too, and he was invited to Maven's party, and he is my favorite elder right now. He is so cool. It's just awesome. He's such an awesome dude. So what we have here in our fridge is, I think, because Elspeth loves to cook. Let's see what she has here. Scrambled eggs, eggs and toast. Darn it, she doesn't have anything. Okay, well, I guess the best thing to do is we're going to quickly bake a cake. Now, she happens to know that Ishmael is very fond of a chocolate cake, so let's do that.
Didn't eat Sarbzo.
Then I,
Huh?
You're so cute! Okay, good girl washing your hands. Now come over here and make that cake, and then we're going to go out and show Ishmael some of the new spots around town. One of her traits is... Let's see if I can find her traits here. Oh, here we go. She loves to be outdoors, so that's why she and Ishmael go out and walk around the neighborhood every day. Look at her! Look at her going, man! You're getting better. What is your cooking level? Your cooking skill? Ooh, a 5. Excellent. Level 5 cooking skill. Ishmael's like, my...
Oh, shway bee.
Hey, hey, hey! No, dude, that's my cake.
Bonji? A second A. Oof.
That's my cake you're talking about there. What's that you're talking about smells? Oh, maybe the counter. I don't know. The maid's doing a terrible job. Okay, so, I want you to put that cake down. I want you to put it in your inventory. Can you do that? Call it a meal, take a piece? No. Can I grab it out of your hand? Can I just snatch it off you? Can I just drag it over here while you're using it? Nope. Okay. So I'm going to grab it and put it in the inventory. And then we are going to go travel with... Now, here's another trick I learned to share with you guys. If you want to travel with, you don't have to go down here and click the phone, or if you just want to travel with your Sims, go somewhere with or without a guest, all you have to do is click the M button, M for map, and it takes you right out to the neighborhood. Now, one of the confusing things that Maxis has done with the neighborhood that took me a while to figure out is how can I, like, go visit this area? Like, I didn't want to go visit this house or visit these people. I just wanted to go walk in this area. Well, it turns out that you can just go to this house, and it doesn't mean you're going to visit those Sims. It means that you're going to end up standing in front of their house, but then you can just walk all around this section of the neighborhood. So, let me see here. Yeah. So we're gonna go to this section here because this has a very cool area here. We're gonna go to the Oakenstead house, which happens to be empty. And actually, to show you guys that you don't have to visit a house, I'm gonna click the house that is full. We're gonna take Ishmael, and that's gonna take us to stand right in front of the Spencer Kim house. And I can kind of see the logic as to why Maxis made it. I mean, well, I don't still, but provided that they were going with this particular type of play, with this segmented neighborhood play, I can now see why they made it that you need a loading screen to go visit a house while you're in the neighborhood. So that you could either choose to walk around the neighborhood or you could choose to go into a house. But by walking in front of the Spencer Kim's house, like here we are in front of their house. And the Kims, whoa, actually, there's a Kim right outside here. But I'm gonna, yeah. So in order to visit them, to be seen as visiting them, I can't talk today. To be seen as visiting them, to actually initiate the visit, we have to still knock on the door, which means we can just walk away from them now and go and walk around the rest of the neighborhood. So let me show you some of this great neighborhood area here. Now, I have also learned, first of all, let's make sure that Ishmael is in a group with us, and the way we do that is by talking to him. So let's do what we like to do, which is brighten his day.
Whoa, Ganji.
So now that he has this white plum blob, I'm gonna just give up talking today. I can't say the word plum bob to save my life, at least not quickly. Now that he has this white plum bob over his head, he's now in a group with us. So we can now walk along and talk with him. I've learned that if you just sort of walk a little bit at a time here, you can click go here together. Say if I try and make them walk far away, she'll start running and he will follow, but it won't be as if they're walking together. So here they go.
Judah.
And he will walk with us. And she'll go to the next spot.
Ina. Huh.
And then they'll stand and talk some more.
Kuba Rao.
And then we'll take them down here.
Chib. It's Judah. Kubao.
And they'll walk along, and it's almost as if they're kind of walking and chatting.
Befete Pelka. Kumiao Sharp's Botion.
And I'm going to tell you, I get way more enjoyment out of just watching them walk and chat than I really should. That is really reasonable. But I do. I don't care.
Garafanash.
So, and they'll just keep walking and chatting and chat for a while. I'm going to send them over to here is where I'm aiming for. Oh, and then the last thing I've learned to share with you is I have learned that you can find out the mood of the sim you're talking to by looking at this blue. Currently it's blue right now. This if it were green, it would mean he's happy. If it were pink, it would mean he's flirty. And you can just scroll over here and it will tell you how Ishmael is feeling. And it's, I don't know, it's a neat little feature. So let's just keep strolling. And sometimes she'll stop and she'll grab a plant. She doesn't need one. Hurry up, Ishmael. It's like I was in the middle of a conversation, just in a sentence or geesh.
Wixona Zarspa. Penthip Vabris.
So it's kind of you know, it'd be better if they kind of walked and talked and chatted along at the same time. That'd be great. But this will do for now. Ishmael, and then Ishmael has left the group, so I'm gonna ask him to hang out so he will stay in conversation with us.
Oh, Yikla. Yibs.
And I'm gonna go here.
Glaive Narza.
Oh, Narfa.
Ooh, Kaba Dizi Inja. Oh, ho ho ho.
Eager to bay.
Yibs.
And then they walk along, and now, I don't know if you've been to this part, but it's awesome. Check it. There's a marina.
Risalek, Nubim Shorg. Klevite Benu. Fredoi befala yadim.
Chib to do.
So because I'm telling her to go far away, she's gonna run, and Ishmael will catch up. So check this out, complete with sun rays and everything. Look at this. Oh, I'm gonna tell you, there's one thing they did right in this game, and that is they really, really hit it with the scenery.
Clanky.
Look at that.
Oh, Mobsy. Oh, Fazunia.
I'm gonna have them sit together.
Hibby. Quick see.
Ah.
Also,
Yeah.
and you can notice right now, I have, just to show you, you should see my frames tanking right now when I see the sunlight coming in like that. That makes my frames tank. And see up here, 60 down, and then when I turn on down here, it tanks down to 11.
Oh, Bonnie. Jessane.
So, yeah.
To be yix. Zant mushka.
Viki? Noof. Subo.
So then the cool thing is, since she's a bit hungry and she brought cake, because what gentleman caller doesn't enjoy some cake, except for maybe those who are gluten intolerant or something. I'm going to click on the cake in her inventory and click take a piece together. And then check this, they'll eat it together.
Judah. Kuba Rao.
Isn't that awesome? Let me get a zoom in on that. So one of the things that I have noticed, and I've been trying to put my finger on, why it is that these Sims are so much more enjoyable to me than the Sims 3 Sims. And the best way I've been able to say it is that they look more alive. I'm going to zoom in and show you what I mean.
Two Briggs,
They blink. They look like they're looking at you. They look like they're being engaged. Hey, what's up, dude?
Judah? Yeka boo. Neppy yeka chibs.
Smine, Zorpelhish.
Ponka, yibs.
She looks so cute. Yeah, it looks like they're actually, I don't know,
Tebow.
talking to each other and looking at each other and all of that.
Ubadu Brig. Noofta.
So, Ishmael, wait, where are you going, Ishmael? You may not leave yet. I have not given you permission to leave. Do you have to go to the bathroom or something? Forget it. Get back here. Oh, bye, Ishmael. Okay, this is a bug. I've seen this bug before. Watch this.
Hey.
Oh, that is.
See?
Chabin Durkeem.
Payfin.
Banuka Doi.
Dibble is Varspa.
Do you guys see Ishmael? Because I don't see Ishmael. He's invisible. This is what happens. This is to you, Maxis. This is what happens when you ask a Sim who just leaves to hang out. They come back, but they don't appear. Thought bubbles appear, etc., etc. But that's it. So there's an invisible Ishmael there. I'll tweet this to the developers so they know that this is a bug that's happening. Anyway, so let's see, what else is there that I can show you that I've learned? She's not really into the frog catching. I'm going to leave that for other Sims. And I haven't found any other... That's a wild snapdragon flower, but we already have one of those. She can dig for things. But, like I said, she's not really a digger. So I'm going to leave her here. And using that fantastic feature of being able to switch to Sims, I'm going to go over here. And, oh, she's still at work. How long are you, what's your work hours anyway? I'm going to have her contemplate art. But I don't know what your work hours are, Dottie. Does it say? Palette cleaner starts in 13 hours. But it's all grayed out, so I can't see what her work hours are. So I guess we'll just go home.
Paparani Squamish.
Bye, Ishmael.
Dossi
Invisible
Waparleen.
Ishmael.
Moomba Yalig Doba.
Oh, whoopee gorge.
Just sound like you said. He said whoopee gorsh. Oh, hey, he appeared.
Goribine unkim lamina. Kwar? Gungane unsa.
Oh, Shusha.
Oh, okay, now we can go home.
Kumiaubu sharp sposhim. Klevite benu. Fredoiba fala yadib.
Now we disappear on him. Show him what it feels like. So if these loading screens keep being so long, I'm going to start pausing during them to save you guys a loading screen, like I do in The Sims 2. And we are back at Collywobble's Cottage, and let me introduce you to Dottie, who it says she's still at work. Dottie, you're bugged. Because you're not at work. At all. See, it says you are. But you're not. So. I don't know what to do about that. But, let me see if I can zoom in so that the, viewers can see how cute you are. I used the genetics in-game to... She's not smiling right now, but she normally is constantly smiling. And she has a very cute little outfit on. And she's never been married, always been single. And she's a marvelous painter. And I'm going to ask her to clean the counter, because that's what you need to do. I know you've been at work all this time. And I don't know how long it's going to say that she's at work. So she wants to chat with somebody. I'm going to have her chat with... She has made friends with this, I guess she hasn't. I don't see him in here. Ah, here he is. Emmett Carroll. This breaks again. For Christ's sake. Replace.
Panibi Patona! No me! Sopa! Jessane Simba!
So you wanted some milk, but then you made tea, which is calming chamomile, which is your favorite to drink before bed. Okay. So I think you guys should have a sit. There's nothing wrong with that tea.
A second. You're ill.
Oh, the quality is just okay.
Whew.
Elspeth, have a seat and sit with your sister. It's very nice for the sisters to have a little bit of tea or warm milk before bed. So I've been playing this lot for so long because I just find the sisters to be incredibly cheerful but yet very calming. Very good thing to play before bed. And they have absolutely nothing to say to each other right now. Don't know why. Is it because you don't think Elspeth is actually here? Let's try and talk to her. Get back here. You don't get to go to bed yet. Talk to your sister.
Ugh.
Glaive, Narza.
There we go.
See what? How you boo?
And before you go to bed, you're going to have to go to the toilet and brush your teeth.
Anaya. Sigluna Vul. Bifanje Yitka. Wixona Zarspa. Penthip Vabris.
You're going to reveal a deep secret.
Umura Gensiba. Ripa Sparza.
I don't know what that bubble meant, but I think it means
Shuska Apart. Amika Sore?
that she has colon problems. To old ladies, that's a big secret.
Angie. Play him. Yabara.
Aww, you guys are so cute.
Angie.
Okay, you've had enough of that.
Ah, Verima.
Okay, Dottie.
Fina. Ah, creaky.
I would like to know why it says you're still at work. I don't know. But I'd like you to sit down and listen to some music. Appreciate classical music. So, one of the things that Elspeth wanted to do is she wanted to look into the microscope. So I said, oh, great, let's put a microscope right here on her desk. So that, you know, they don't have a computer. The ladies do not have a computer at all. And they wouldn't have cell phones if we weren't forced to. So I said, okay, I'll search for microscope. I love the search feature. That's awesome. And I said, oh, interesting. This is an interesting looking microscope. Let's put it on the desk. What? It seems like a lot, and this is a complaint I've heard, that a lot of the rewards that you can get are huge. Look at that. I'm not going to put that in somebody's house or even in their yard, unless they're a mad scientist. So I don't know what the heck is up with that. But the ladies are not getting a microscope anytime soon. She'll have to look at slides in the science center, in which there isn't one yet. But I hope somebody makes a good science center and puts it on the gallery, and I'll put it in the hood. Okay, so you're brushing your teeth, and then it's time for you to go to bed. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. And then Dottie, I want you to also do the same. They're old ladies, trust me, they need to use the bathroom a lot. I've learned to just sort of preempt it and make them go, whoa, that was cool. How they pass each other by, that was neat. Okay. So, you know, my windows... Ah, there we go. The windows were showing up. The curtains weren't going down with the walls. What would you like to do? You want to call someone on the phone. You want to finish a painting. And you want to be funny with Elspeth. Well, in the morning, if you have time before work, I'll have you do a painting. Oh my gosh, how cute you guys are. I think what I'll do is I'll end the episode here, showing you, having spent this episode showing you a lot of the things that I've learned. I hope you learned a few things as well, too. And then we will figure out what's going on with Dottie's work. You darling girl, you. But, yeah, this is Collywobble Cottage. And the last thing I will do in this episode, before ending it, is we will go into build mode. Make sure everything in the lot panel is correct. Oh, and you know what? I did not show you the upstairs. Sorry about that. So the upstairs I had a bit of trouble with. Because I had some stairs in, but because of the way that as you can see here, the roof line, the Sims could not go up the stairs, even though I was able to place the stairs. I had the stairs where this bookshelf was, but unfortunately they were unable to use the stairs, so this was going to be a bathroom, and this was just going to be attic storage. But yeah, unfortunately it's just an empty space now, and it's going to have to remain that way until we could either find some way to make stairs shorter or to get ladders. I really do miss ladders from The Sims 2. That was a custom object that we had that made it so much nicer to be able to climb up and down in small spaces like that. So that's Collywobble Cottage. Let's upload it to the gallery. Lot info is correct. The lot price is 58,248 simoleons. And I'm going to click Save to Library, and then the description is going to be And this is how you'll find all my lots. We'll say TJC for the Jessa Channel. And then it'll say Collywobble Cottage as seen on the Jessa Channel on YouTube. And here's my channel. Okay, there's my channel address. And actually, I'm going to run out of space, so I'm going to take that on YouTube off. So I have some space to put some tags in here. TJC is the first tag. And the Jessa Channel is the next tab. And I think I might be able to fit Collywobble in here. Yep, I can. Okay, Collywobble Cottage as seen on the Jessa Channel. All right. And let me say that it has 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, and make sure and leave me a comment and say hi, and I hope you enjoy the cottage. Let's upload this. I'm going to save a new template because I don't want to accidentally overwrite something. I don't know what I have up there that could overwrite, but let's be safe rather than sorry. And that'll take just a few moments to upload. But in the meantime, I'm going to say to you, yay, there it is. I'm going to say to you, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed what you saw, please hit the thumbs up button below. And if you loved what you saw, join the party and subscribe. I'll see you back here in Willow Creek in the next episode as we continue on. Maybe we'll visit the Collywobble sisters some more, or we'll go off and do something else. Who knows? If you want to find out, you'll have to watch. As always, as I've said many times before, and I'll always say again, thanks so much for watching. Get every new Jessa Channel video right in your email inbox. Subscribe, then from your YouTube homepage, click Manage Subscriptions, then check Email with new uploads. And thanks for watching.